My name is Ram Dhakal and I'm an Aratic yoga practitioner and a pranic healing instructor. Today I'm going to talk about Chandogya Upanishad. This video is in continuation of the previous video where we introduced what is Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad comes from Samveda. जैसे कि गानों में छंद होता है उससे वैसे छंद होते हैं यहाँ पे, इसलिए छांदोग्य इसे कहा जाता है. Chandogya Upanishad mainly on two parts. The part 1 speaks about the nature of Brahma and its similarity with Atma or soul. Like in Bible they say that God has made man on his image. So it also says Yayatma Brahman, the soul is Brahman, the soul is God. On the commentary which were made by Adi Sankaracharya says Upasana, like meditation and worship, are the preliminary step for the seekers who are not yet into the path of Jnana Yoga or the path of knowledge. So Upasana prepares a disciple for the path of knowledge. यहाँ पे शुरू में कहते ओम इति एकत अक्षरम उद्गीतम उपाशिता. Here Om is represented as a symbol of the Supreme. Sanat Kumar, who as per theosophy is a head of spiritual hierarchy for planet Earth, also according to few Hindu scriptures he is Kumar Kartikeya, is advising to Maharshi Narad that when you meditate on the form of Om, it is better, but it is even better if you can meditate on the sound of Om. It is again better if you can meditate in the mind with Om. It is more better if you can meditate on the understanding of Om. At last he says that it is better if you can meditate on Om with prana. Now, what is meditating on Om with prana? Probably those people who have done Aratic Dhyan, they have a clue what I am talking about. On the second part of this Upanishad, there are few stories. One of them, which I like very much, is of Rishi Uddalak. So Rishi Uddalak had a son of 12 years. His name was Swetketu. So he sends his son for study to Guru's ashrama. After 12 years of study, son comes back and he asks his son, "Did you completed your study?" He said, "Yes, father, I completed my study." Then the father asked, "Okay, what is that by knowing everything else is known? What is that which sees everything but it cannot be seen? What is that which hears everything but it cannot be heard? Yasmin vigyate sarvam idam vigyatam bhavati." Shwetketu said, "I didn't study that, father, please teach me." Then Rishi Uddalak says, "Tattvam asi Shwetketu, you are that." Even Shwetketu was unable to understand it properly, so he did certain experiment. He said, "Okay, bring me one banyan seed." He said, "Break the seed. What do you find inside?" The son said, I can see nothing." So Uddalak said, "You can see nothing, but that nothing is the essence from where the banyan tree takes birth." He asked for a bowl of water and a handful of salt. He asked the salt to put in the water. After a while he asked his son, "Where is the salt?" The son says, "Oh, I cannot see the salt." Then Uddalak says to Shwetketu, "Okay, you test. And you test it from all the sides. What do you find? Did you find the salt?" Well, yes. "And are the tests similar in all the parts?" Well, yes. The same way, there are few things which you cannot perceive by certain senses, but you can perceive by some other senses. He also says, as the salt was present at the every part of the water, the same way the self or the soul is present in every part of your body. But we cannot experience it with a normal sense. I remember when I was attending one of the soul workshop by our teacher, Master Chopak Sui, one of our senior trainer, he was explaining how do we understand, or how do we know, or how do we test the energy of soul. And he said that it is by the experience of peace that you can feel. So at the end, this is what at the end we can try an experiment, small experiment. I'm going to play the chant, Samavedic chant. You can close your eyes, keep your tongue connected to the palate, keep your focus on top of your head, and listen to this chant, listen to this hymn. Just flow with the sound, and it will play for around 1.5 minutes. After that, you can share your feedback. How do you feel about it? Shall we start? Close your eyes, tongue to the palate, keep your attention on top of your head. Okay. So, how do you feel? Feel free to share your feedback. So, this is all about, in short, Chandogya Upanishad. The main message is Tattvam Asi, about which in the Soul Workshop, our teacher Master Chua Koksui also explains. Thank you so much. We'll see you again. Atma Namaste.